So within the last couple years, I've gotten really involved in trapping armadillos in my area. This is my backyard. Caught about 33 of them last year, and most of them ended up being in my neighbor's yard there. But anyways, this is how I trap armadillos. These are my homemade traps. I actually did kind of copy the design from somebody else, but as you can see, it's I don't really have the exact dimensions, probably about 28 inches long. It's made out of green treated plywood, 3/4 inch, and you know, everybody has their own designs, but I made mine out of PVC just to go ahead and make it pretty easy to connect, make it kind of weatherproof. And then here I have a couple of different designs. One is where I have cutting boards for the doors, and the different design is actually how I attach these rails here. Now these, as you can see, I actually drill the hole through, and then there should be a screw in there. I don't know if you can see it, but anyways, that's how that's attached over to the side of the trap there. Both you know, designs work very well, but I like the I'll show you the other design, which I like just a little bit better. And then down at the bottom here is I have a groove cut, and so the door can go ahead and slide you know, when it comes down, so it's actually below the surface of the I guess you want to call it the floor, and that way the armadillo can't so easily get his nose up underneath the door. I am thinking about adding some weights to the door just to make it a little bit more heavy, but my reason for using the cutting boards is, one, they're waterproof, two, they slide very easily. Very rarely do I have an armadillo that's actually getting out of the trap. But yeah, you know, sometimes it's going to happen. They're actually a lot better than the metal traps that I've used before, because the armadillo is actually strong enough to break out of the traps. And then this is the other one here, where I have grooves that are actually all the way around the trap, and these are actually removable. It actually kind of does help when if I do want to get an armadillo out of the trap, I can actually take the door, slide it all the way up, and actually get it all the way out. It just makes it a little bit easier. But as you can see, like I said, pretty much the same concept, groove on the bottom, but it's actually just also on the sides as well. And then the metal guides are not not attached permanently, but still the same concept, PVC. I've tried different, I think it's like a 2-inch hole that I have on the top, or 1.5 inches, not sure, but either one does work. It depends on what kind of animal that possibly gets caught inside the trap. You know, a raccoon will definitely tear it up, as a few have done to mine. Also, I had a groundhog that got into one, and he actually choked himself to death in the middle of a nice hot summer day, and I had to break the board on the top to just actually get them out. But so that's that. Pretty similar designs, except for just the way the slides work, or if you want to call them the door slides, door grooves, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, so here's how I do my trapping, and I keep my, this is just a temporary, but most of the time armadillos, they'll follow the you know, fence line, and so what you want to do is you want to kind of build out a funnel them right into the trap. That's one way. Another way that works very well, I actually use it in my neighbor's yard, is as I go ahead and wedge the trap in between the fence and the gate. That's another way. The really nice thing about using the wood traps is that if you can actually get an armadillo in there one time and keep him in the trap for a day or two, he'll actually scent the trap for you. And then if you have a bigger open area like this, you can actually put the trap anywhere that you want. I always recommend putting it in an area where you've actually seen some type of activity. But other than that, I've never, you know, I've purchased some of the scents that are online, like Kishel scents. I think there was another one, but none of them, they didn't catch anything. They caught everything but what it was intended to catch. So don't buy any kind of scents offline, because they just don't work. Other than that, this is the best trap that I've that I've used is the wood, just so it holds the scent. I've actually, what was it? I think they stayed in my shed for about 3 or 4 months, and after that, when the armadillo activity kind of picked back up here in the spring, it still held the scent, and I was able to catch another one without having to build up any kind of wall to funnel them in. So yeah, any questions, comments, concerns, leave me a message, leave me a comment, and I'll definitely get back to you. But I said, as I've only been doing this for a couple years, so I'm sure there's a little bit more tricks to the trade than what I have. But I don't know, for the issues that I have, what I'm doing seems to be working. As I said, I caught 33 of them last year. Hopefully don't get as many this year, but gotta do what you gotta do. Once again, hit me up with any questions or comments. Take care.